Okay guys, so got this little Thunder Tiger 15 here. Unfortunately, I forgot to press record on the cleanup part of it, which kind of pissed me off because that was about a good 10 minutes of me talking to myself. Anyways, so this was one of the engines here from that lot from Dave, and so I was going to use this block, this AE block, but a lot of the screw holes are all stripped on it really bad, so we're not going to run with that. And there was a 18 here with well, it's hard to see if there's piston damage. Anyway, still got good compression, but we'll deal with that another day. But I thought I'd just follow up here on that. So kind of rescued one engine here at least, or well, we got the SH18 and we got another complete one here minus the pull starter. So we are going to put this back together on camera just for you guys. All right, so let's get on with it here. So, and this was all gummed up pretty bad, so I just took some denatured alcohol or methanol, whatever, and stuff like that, and just kind of flushed it all out and cleaned it up with some Q-tips and kind of got all the dirt out of the fins and kind of cleaned up the cylinder head a little bit. It was kind of marked up a little bit, so I just took some sandpaper to it and kind of cleaned it up. And, well, yeah, obviously you can see that one's all kind of chowdered. But we also have another one here, and you guys will see this getting torn down and cleaned up. Obviously you can tell it's pretty bad, but anyways, let's get on with it here. So we got ourselves, and again, this is just 5W30 synthetic, so that doesn't really matter too much, but we're just going to put some oil in that rear bearing. You guys have seen me done this lots of times, but I thought I'd just share it with you. I know you guys, some of you guys like the rebuild videos. Some of you guys are like, oh, it's too repetitive. Well, too bad. If you don't like it, go somewhere else and watch something else. Whatever. Anyways. So, oil on the crank. And just drenched everything with oil there. Not a big deal. This engine's going to be going into storage for the time being. I know some of you guys wanted to see me run some of these engines, and I will. Like I said, I will. It's just obviously very cold and shitty and gross outside and whatever else. Right now it's, well, Canadian winter, so I'm going to put some oil up in that wrist pin area there. And put some on the piston itself, put some in there. And with this, you can see there's a groove in the rod. That faces towards the front, and the side without the groove faces towards the back. So, this way. So we're going to drop this guy in. Get myself my little pliers out. And pick up that rod. See, you guys can kind of see there. All right, there we go. Drop it on the crank pin. Sorry about the racket, I'm just sitting down because my back is hurting from a lot of working lately. And take some of that oil, rub some on the outside of that sleeve. Just aids in it going in easier. Put some on the inside. Now, I did have a comment, I think it was yesterday or the other day, and someone was asking about, well, let's use this block instead because you guys can see easier, like scratches, like how there's a scratch right there. Little scratches don't really matter too much in there, as a piston doesn't run to that, but if there's really deep gouges, like if the connecting rod came apart and spanked the inside of the block, then yeah, there's, you know, it's not the best. A lot of people try to sand this out, but the problem is if you do that or you end up polishing the sleeve too much, you'll actually upset the clearance there, and the engine might not quite run very well after. Okay, so we got, where is the alignment pin here? Oh, it's this way. So there's an alignment pin. Right, focus. Right there. And I had other people mentioning, oh, well, you see you drive your some of your vehicles, but how come you're not running your homebrew fuel? Well, I have lots of videos, guys. Just scroll down. It's pretty freaking straightforward. I have videos about a lot of stuff that people go, well, why didn't you make a video about this? How come you don't have a video about this? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Just scroll down. It's that easy. And with a Traxxas 2.5 that I torched and took apart the wrong way, someone goes, well, what about a video about doing it the right way? Man, I have like probably 70 videos of just engine rebuilds. All sorts of them. So, open your eyes, scroll down. You got thumbs for a reason. Anyways, so this piston and cylinder is actually in really good shape. Comes up to about there before it hits pinch, so it's really, really good. I don't think that engine has many gallons on it. And I do have another piston and cylinder here out of another 15, and obviously you can see it pops out the end there like that, so it's pretty well fuckered, but maybe I'll send that away for a pinch one day or something like that. So we're going to get our cylinder head next, and our head gasket, it doesn't look like there's one there, it's aluminum, but it's in there. It's in there, so hold your horses. Someone else commented one day, they're like, oh, well, I didn't see you put the head gasket in, you fucked up. No, I didn't. You just didn't actually watch the video, probably just scrolled through without actually paying any attention, so that's your own stupidity. Someone said, can you run without it? Well, kind of, but it ain't going to seal very well. Or have, well, it'll either have too much compression or it won't seal. And this cylinder head is non-directional, so it doesn't matter what way we put it on. Alright. Someone is also asking, why don't I put music in my videos? Well, I don't have an editor. Let me try that again. So I'm doing everything just with my cell phone. And I would like to maybe one of these days get some editing software and kind of like do a sped up, kind of like a time-lapse video. Maybe with some tunes playing in there. I don't know what you guys think about that. But some people do like a voiceover or something. But one day, we'll see. I can figure. I'm not very good with technology, computers and stuff like that, so I'd have to have someone that knows what they're doing give me a hand with it. And let me try that out and see how it goes. Might just be the shits because everyone else does it, or you get those videos that you get some jackass that, you know, plays with his dog and talks for 40 minutes before he actually shows kind of what's going on, then barely shows anything at all, and then, you know, kind of leaves you hanging in a lurch wondering what the hell the video was even about. That's why I like to go right to the point. Oh yeah, magic torque wrench right here. See? Click. So we're going to go click, 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 and click right to the OEM specified torque right from the factory. Next, let's take some of that oil out of the starter shaft. This engine didn't come with a pull starter, and I don't have one, so we're going to run without it. Well, you can run without it, but we don't have one to put on, so we're not going to worry about that just yet. We're going to take some oil, smear that on there. Like, again, this is just to prevent corrosion and stuff. So we're going to line up the starter shaft, slip that guy together, hold the crank, sure it click, like so. And then some oil on them screws there. And this is a 2.0 millimeter in case anyone wants to know. Yeah, it kind of pissed me off there. I forgot to push record, and I had a whole video of taking this thing apart and cleaning up all the varnish and blah, 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 and I realized I wasn't recording anything except for sitting here talking to myself like an idiot, so that was fun. Again, click, 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 and a fourth magical click. And it turns over. It gets stuck at top dead center, but that's okay because this is a very unused cylinder, so that's fine. But nice and smooth. The bearings don't feel all the best in it. And this engine right here has been made out of, I don't know, 2 or 3 different engines. So with little Thunder Tiger 12s and 15s and AE 12s and 15s, I'll use a lot of the same kind of parts. So we're going to put just a little oil in there. But yeah, we got a couple of pretty seized up ones, so I'll show you those here in a moment. And someone was also asking, does it matter what way the carburetor goes? Like, can you put it upside down? Sure you can. I mean, if you have an engine that, or a car, depending on what it is, and where the throttle arm is, you can just take them out and rotate them. It doesn't matter. As long as it lines up and it works for what you're trying to do. then you're good to go. I can't find my socket for the pinch bolt that's this size at the moment because I got stuff everywhere, including tons and tons of chainsaws. So what we're going to do is we're just going to tighten that up a little bit. Oops, straighten this guy out. It's not the correct tool for the job, but it's all I got at the moment. Also, push down on your carburetor. We're just going to click, snug, that's it. So there it is. Little Thunder Tiger 15, AE 15, same thing. Not too bad. So that's another one salvaged out of the bunch, like that SH18 motor was. So we're just going to put a bunch of oil on it to put it in a Ziploc bag, suck the air out of it, and put that into storage for the time being. I got this guy right here, but like I said, the screw holes are all stripped in it, and someone was trying to Loctite the thing back together and all that racket. So, and then this lovely, disgusting, another AE. It's a 15. It's a 15. Here's an 18. 18? Nope, 15. You can see it in there, right there. So this came out of a TC3 by the looks of it, judging on the motor mounts, the exhaust, and the 2-speed clutch bell. So we're going to, it's not seized, it does turn over, but it's pretty yucky. So we're going to break that guy down. This SMT, which I think is what came out of those Smart Tech or Magic Wheel T-Max knockoff trucks. So this guy is stuck, but good, it doesn't turn over at all. So that's going to be another tear down there. What else we got here? We're going to pull into this Pico. I think it's a 21. So we're going to pull that guy apart and have a look in there. We're going to pull apart this Sen big block 15. And the only reason why it's a big block is, you can see how the mounting feet are huge on it compared to this AE 15. So it's actually considered a big block, although it's not. So we're going to pull this guy apart. I've never worked on one of these before, so we're going to see what's in that one. We got this little red no-name, whatever that is. So we'll pull that guy apart too. And we got this guy's going to be going back. So we're going to pull this little Yokomo 15 apart here and see what's going on with it. We got a Thunder Tiger, or Pro 28, Team Associated. So we're going to pull that guy apart too. And what else we got over here? And we got this guy right here, this big old 28, so we're going to pull that apart too. These are a really good engine. So we're going to pull that guy apart, see what's up. And we got this big red here, and of course, the OS 21 VG. So basically these three here are going to be getting torn apart, cleaned up, if not rebuilt, if I can find the parts for them. And those are going to be sent back to the owner, which sent me all these engines, Dave. Again, if you're watching, thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it. And, yeah, so you guys will see me do some rebuild on those if I can find everything that's needed. And also, currently, I have now, because of wonderful Dave, I have the correct one-way bearing and starter shaft for my Team Associated AE21. And the only thing I'm waiting on right now is a rear bearing, and it says it's local to me, so it should hopefully be here Monday, which is tomorrow. And then we will take and put new bearings, not put that all back together on camera for you. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy these kind of videos and me kind of ripping around on taking things apart and kind of cleaning them up a little bit. Hopefully you guys find that interesting or whatever. If not, well, let me know. There's not a whole lot I can do right now because it's 80-mile-an-hour wind and snowing sideways and raining and freezing over and cars upside down and ditches on fire. It's pretty epic. Anyways, so until next time, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and keep on burning nitro. Later. Hopefully you guys had a good New Year's, by the way. Cheers.